even in high school, in primary school, I started in drama club, you know. So somewhat I'm used to the stage. Someone played me, so I had to close the show. It keeps you alert. Your thoughts are just racing at 100 miles per hour.
This would have all gone at that time if you had not gotten help. Wow. Okay. Hi, thank you for joining us. My name is Nancy Wanjiru Kabiru and I'm a psychologist with Hisia Psychology Consultants. Today we have a guest in studio with us. She's a very close friend of mine, a bubbly personality. She is an inspiration to me. We meet on various social media platforms and we work together. And I'm happy that she accepted to come in studio. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Wariimi. Please tell us about yourself.
Okay. Yeah, thanks Nancy for having me do this interview with you. I feel it's an honor. My name is Wariimi Karingi. I'm a mental health advocate and mental health warrior. But before I got into the mental health industry or space, I used to work in the IT industry. So I worked in the IT industry for about 12 years. And then due to the fact that now my health became an issue, I decided now to move into the mental health space.
So Wariimi, I know we are good friends and most of our viewers probably don't know you're a mental health champion because you're walking the journey. You've been diagnosed with anxiety disorder and you've also gone through depression. Please explain to someone who is going through a challenge in their life right now and they are afraid of going to seek for therapy because of the diagnosis. Let us know how your journey was and what were the symptoms you were experiencing.
My story actually starts in 2015. 2015, I had started, actually from end of 2014, I noticed that I used to get very, very frequent migraines. And I didn't know what was causing them, where they were coming from. I would always go to hospital. I'm just sent home with painkillers or I'm told there's something else. You know, they never really could tell what was going on. So I was diagnosed in June of 2015 and leading up to June, like the headaches were just intense. I literally used to take Beta Pain.
And you know, I can imagine because whenever I've taken Beta Pain, I'd come from theater. So the pain is massive, it's a surgery. So for you to take it and you're taking it from home without undergoing a surgery means it was severe.
It was very severe.
Yes.
Yeah, such that even like the Panadol, extra Panadol, those ones do not work. Yeah. So that's how it started now with the headaches. And then come June of 2015, I happened to be in the office one day and I collapsed in the office. Yeah. So I was rushed to hospital and we did all sorts of tests, but they could not find anything physically wrong with me. And in fact, when we did the full body checkup, I was very surprised because I'd really been abusing my body. I never used to eat well. I used to drink a lot. And actually, after I was diagnosed, I got to realize the reason I was drinking a lot was to suppress the imbalance, the sadness that I used to feel, the worthlessness, hopelessness, you know, all those things. So that's why I used to drink a lot. But yes, physically I was okay. So it took a lot of in and out of hospital, different doctors, different whatever. And as I've mentioned, the headaches were actually the main thing, right? So okay, let me also talk about the other symptoms. So there were headaches. I used to feel numb on one side of my body, so the left side of my body. Then I used to get heart palpitations. Now the heart palpitations now is the symptoms of anxiety. Yeah. It got to a point like even during meetings in the office, if I had to present something, I would be extremely afraid. You know, I would shake, my voice would shake, and I always wonder what's wrong. I mean, I've never been a fearful person. I mean, even in high school, in primary school, I started in drama club, you know, so somewhat I'm used to the stage. But then now it reached a point I started noticing, like I would even hide away from meetings. Like I would prefer to go to another room. So if most of the people are in one room, I would go to another room and then dial into that room. So that now I don't feel the pressure of people watching me. And eventually when I got to see a neurologist, he is the one who diagnosed me with a depression and anxiety disorder. And he referred me to a psychiatrist. So initially I did not accept the diagnosis. So I saw about 4 other neurologists. and all of them came up with the same diagnosis. So after seeing the fourth one, I was like, you know what, probably this thing is for real. Let me just go and see a psychiatrist. But I must say, one of the best things about getting that diagnosis is I was like, at least there's a name to it now. We know now what we are dealing with. As much as I was in denial, depression, how can I be depressed? I mean, everything around me is going well. I have a good job. I'm in this relationship that's going very well. My family are supportive. Like, things were going well. So how can I be depressed? So there's more to it then. So initially, now the diagnosis was like, there's more to it than that. I knew I was getting either a stroke, or I knew I had something in my brain, you know. Thought I had a tumor, and they couldn't find it.
You know, I would think, naturally, because of being in IT, I'm not an expert in the field, and I will learn a few skills from you, of course. It's male dominated, so there would be a tendency to assume, especially those many years, you say 12 years experience in the IT industry, since it's a male dominated field, that can make you feel anxious, because of course you're also at a stage in life where you're trying to identify with the opposite gender. So most people in the working environment would assume that is the reason, and harbor the signs and symptoms. They don't seek therapy, and the situation gets worse. The other thing I liked about your story is that you didn't settle for one diagnosis. You went for a second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion, until you were satisfied that yes, it's true. This is what they have been diagnosed with. And if you have resources out there, please go seek your second and third opinion. And the denial process for you, how was it admitting, yes, it has been given a name? How was it for you now? Because there's a process of, oh, now I'm labeled, you know? Exactly. And that's one of the fear people have.
As I said, I was very happy about the diagnosis. And I did mention to you that, fine, I was diagnosed in June of 2015, but I'd actually been suffering with depression and anxiety since 2008. So for 7 years, I'd been struggling. I had the symptoms. And actually, once I was diagnosed, I was like, no wonder. Things now started making sense, because like I found myself, like the smallest things would make me fly off the hanger, and then 2 minutes later I am crying.
Like you're very bold, and then after that, then the flip of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?